Wow, I've just been handed this, and today, welcome back to everyone to the Johnny Karate Show, where we explore many places, including caves, mountains, oceans, houses, rivers, and today, volcanoes. To start off the show, we'll be going through a brief history of volcanoes. The first notable volcano eruption was Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. And AD stands for Anno Domini, which some people don't know. But volcanoes have been erupting way before humans were on planet Earth. They were erupting even before the dinosaurs were gone. Some more notable volcano eruptions throughout history are Mount St. Helens, where it literally blew its top off. Another notable volcano eruption was Mount Pelee in the 1902 on a remote Caribbean French-owned island of Martinique. The volcano is almost bigger than the island. Alright everybody, after a brief break, we are back in the Johnny Karate Show. And right now, we know how volcanoes are formed, but we will be talking about the different types of volcanoes. There are actually 3 different types of volcanoes. The first type of volcano is a shield volcano, but not like Captain America's shield, something different. The volcano is called a shield, because it looks like a shield. It's round and it is flat, basically flat. Okay. The shield volcano is formed by lava with a high viscosity. And viscosity means how fast something flows. So when lava with high viscosity exit the shield's volcano, it's flowing quickly, which gives it little time to dry, which makes the shield volcano so flat. Some types of shield volcanoes are Mount Kilauea in Hawaii. Welcome back, everybody. And the next volcano we will be discussing is called a cinder cone volcano. Now, these are the volcanoes that everyone imagines when they think about a volcano. It's normally the size of a cone with a hole on top of it where lava comes out. These are the simplest type of volcano, like I explained earlier, and when they erupt, they shoot blobs of lava and particles of ash from a volcanic vent, and these vents can be all over the volcano. They can be at the base or at the top, but there are many of them on the volcano. The lava is blown violently into the air, and the pieces rain down around the vent, making the volcano bigger and growing it. Over time, this builds up a circular or oval-shaped cone with the bowl-shaped crater at the top. Cinder cone volcanoes rarely grow larger than about 1,000 composite volcanoes. These volcanoes make up some of the most memorable mountains in the world, like Mount Rainier in Washington State and Mount Fuji in Japan. These volcanoes have a system inside them that channels magma from deep within the earth, like the inner mantle and the outer mantle. Jan, our good friend, will explain that later. They can have clusters of vents with lava breaking through walls or issuing from fissures on the sides of the mountain. With all this material coming out, they can grow thousands of meters tall, as we've seen with the famous Mount St. Helens composite volcanoes can explode violently. Between magma and lava? Well, the age-old question finally has an answer. The molten rock is called magma when it is underground, and lava when it is above ground. It forms in the mantle layer of the earth and is pressurized, and it always tries to escape. Now, when 2 tectonic plates come together, it can form mountains, or more importantly, volcanoes. This pressurized magma can then escape through the volcano and turn into lava. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat.
Buildup can lead to an explosion. Or, less climactically, it can slowly ooze over the edge of the volcano.
Like a shield volcano?
Yes. For example, Mount Kilauea in Hawaii.
Anything else?
No.
to the Johnny Karate Science Show, where we are exploring the topic on volcanoes. But before I go any further, we have to put on our safety goggles. So let's all put them on, little scientists. All right, next we put water into a bowl, which we already have done, it was about 50 milliliters. But our next step is we are gonna put 200 milliliters of white distilled vinegar into the bowl, which we will mix with water and another liquid. So let's measure that out, try and be very precise. And I think that's good. That's about 200 milliliters, but let's just do a little more to be safe. All right, our next step is to pour that into our handy dandy Red Bull right here. All right, next we will mix some soap with this liquids. So we're gonna put about 5 milliliters of that in there, and then we will whisk it all together. Just gotta make sure all those fluids are combining and coming together. All right, excellent. All right, so next we are going to pour this into a cup which we can firmly assure that all the liquid stays in for when we put it into our jar. All right, next we have baking soda and water in a cup, which we will mix to firmen up. We're gonna firm up the baking soda here. Make sure that's real nice and together. You want to make sure everything in there is white and you can't see a single fleck of baking soda. Here we go. As you can now see by the solution oozing out of this bottle, it was not a large explosion caused by the vinegar and baking soda, but it is an explosion similar to that of a shield volcano. We have liquid of a high viscosity combining and forming pressure, which makes all the liquid escape from the top. And as you can see, the liquid is actually drying here like molten lava does on a shield volcano, making it bigger. And if we were to do this more times, the bottle would be completely surrounded by this dried solution of vinegar and baking soda.
Like Mount Kilauea. For example, Mount Kilauea.